Hello and welcome to In the Classroom, an educational podcast making teaching and learning more transparent. My name is Benjamin Stewart at benjaminlstewart.org. Today I want to spend a few minutes talking about scheduling tutoring sessions and really extending the conversation, the explanation that we talked about in a prior video where I talked about how to go about scheduling a tutoring session as well as a journal entry. For those of you who are taking Thesis seminar, just as a reminder, if you scroll down from the main page within Notion, you'll see a section dedicated towards how to go about scheduling your tutoring session. And if you haven't already, please check out the video where I talk specifically how to go about doing that. I want to draw your attention here to the section that's called Roster and Tutoring Session Calendar. And today I want to talk about how I'm going to go about taking the information that you upload in Notion and how I'm going to move that into Microsoft 365 Teams. Just as a reminder, we have a link here called Tutoring Sessions. If you click here, this will take you to a calendar that will show all of the tutoring sessions that are scheduled. So just as a reminder, we're going to be using the template called Tutoring Session / journal entry. Remember, there's one template for both activities. We're using the same template to schedule the tutoring session as well as scheduling the journal entries. Today I'm going to talk specifically about the tutoring sessions only. So remember, when you are scheduling your tutoring session, you want to go ahead and open up the template. Begin by writing out your name. I would write both your first and last name, since many of you share the same first name, just to avoid any confusion. And because this is a tutoring session, we need to also make sure that we indicate an end date and include time, since we're going to be scheduling in 30-minute increments. So let's say that I want to schedule again for, let's say, a tutoring session on the 18th. So I'm going to begin here by entering the information. And let's say I want to schedule it for, let's say, 2 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. All right, and need to make sure we select the same day here. All right, so here we have our start date of January 18th from 2 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. All right, then we have the date range that appears here. Remember to include your name. If you click on this empty field, there will be a list of all of you. The whole roster list will appear, so you can simply select your name there. Also remember that we need to select tutoring session. So once we've done that, you want to go ahead and complete the template as we've discussed before. And you'll notice here that the last entry that I just uploaded appears here. Now, before the video, I also included two more just as a test, just as to give you an example. This is how it's going to look in Notion. Once you've added your name, you'll see a list of your classmates as well, and you'll see the beginning time of each of the sessions. You can assume that they're going to be 30-minute sessions. So again, this should list chronologically by day, and you can see at a glance what days and what hours are available based on our schedule that's set up for our class. Now, I want to show you what it looks like, or what it's going to look like in Microsoft Teams. Now, you'll notice here under Post, each time that I schedule a meeting within Microsoft Teams, it also posts that a new session or a new online meeting has been scheduled. So this can be a little bit confusing. As you see here, we've got several sessions that have been scheduled. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the schedule from Notion that we just looked at, bring that up again. I'm going to take this information here and I'm going to, based on this schedule, create individual online meetings for each one of you, all right, for your sessions. So this is where you're going to come into the session within Microsoft Teams based on the online meetings that I schedule here in this calendar. So my suggestion would be to use the calendar feature in Microsoft Teams in order to find your session right, based on the information that you uploaded here in Notion, and enter into the session from the calendar. All right, so if we go to, and at the time of this recording, it's actually a couple of weeks before the first day of class, so let me advance forward a couple of weeks. This is the schedule that we're going to have for our Thesis seminar course throughout the semester. So I'm going to ask that you try to schedule your sessions within these allotted times. Monday through Friday, based again on this schedule. Each day is slightly different. Monday and Wednesday, I think, has the same schedule from 8 in the morning to 12. But you'll notice Tuesday, there's a session from 8 to 9 and another one from 11 to 12. On Thursday, from 8 to 11, and Friday from 8 to 10. So we're going to try to stick to the schedule. I'm going to have other obligations the rest of the time throughout the week, so we need to try to stick to this schedule whenever you're scheduling your 30-minute sessions. So imagine that all of you have scheduled your online tutoring sessions, all right? Let's say that it's the second week of class. Then we're going to see times. We're going to see actually individual sessions based on your name through week to week. And this is the calendar that I'm going to follow and what I'm going to use to get into our online meetings, and you can do the same. So this, I think, is a little bit easier to follow, this calendar view, when compared to the posts that can be a little bit difficult to follow, again, when we have so many individual sessions being scheduled. Now, this post view is important because all of the comments that we make within each of the teams, as you're aware of, are also going to appear here. So I think this serves a purpose, especially if we're leaving chat messages with each other, either before the session or during the session, or even perhaps after the session, as it corresponds to what we talked about. I think it's going to be easier to go into the calendar view and find your session and go in and enter and join the session from the calendar view. All right, so I wanted to share with you just this process that I'm going to follow, taking the information from the Notion page that you enter here. Again, you're going to be asked to complete each week either a journal entry or a tutoring session. The template is the same, and the reflection questions are the same. And each week, I'm going to be reviewing those to determine how I can best intervene and provide assistance to you throughout the writing and research process for the semester. So again, we're going to be using the Notion. You're not going to have to schedule anything in Microsoft Teams. I'm going to do that. But again, I think using the calendar view to try to find your session and join your individual session from the calendar view is going to be easier as opposed to looking at the post where we've got just a number of different sessions being scheduled. So I look forward to getting started. If you have any questions, the first week or two, we're going to be talking about it in our live sessions that are going to be scheduled. Again, that first week, they're going to be primarily whole session discussions so that I can provide some information to the whole group. I will have an opportunity to meet with you individually as time permits, but we'll be talking specifically how to go about again creating tutoring sessions. We'll be reviewing again everything that I've been sharing in these videos, but I did want to provide this video so that you can refer to it as necessary, either before class, during our semester, so that it might clarify any doubts, and just really trying to find a way to determine best practices for our interactions for this online course. This has been In the Classroom, an educational podcast making teaching and learning more transparent. Thanks for listening.